Okay, I'm gonna get a chair.
He didn't say anything about buying lollipops.
No, I actually did say we're not buying.
It's lightsaber. It's overpriced lightsabers on a stick. Obviously.
Right, like thanks, man.
You still have one?
No, I still have 2.
You're a genius.
They're on an every other week
Genius.
schedule.
Okay,
You're a
that's fine. I can
genius.
live with that.
Who, me? Yes.
Why?
Because you don't just have all your candy all as soon as you get it. I guess.
I still feel very faithful because all we bought was minis and paintbrushes.
This is what my sister, my family loves Kit Kats so much. I have to. Well, when I had my Halloween bag, I had so many Kit Kats, and then the next day after Halloween,
Have you seen their
it was
Facebook
like
page?
3 left.
So that shop.
That's how much my sisters love Kit Kats.
In the mall.
My mom's
That's
fine.
like the
She likes
original
Kit
game
Kats.
store.
Right.
And
Not
there's one there,
favorite,
there's one Laguna.
But
House.
Megan, my sister, Megan,
The owner's been around.
she has,
Gone in some-
His daughter is
like,
beautiful.
once a month she gets a
Like
bag
6
this
foot tall
big.
and beautiful.
I would not expect that from Tom.
Go to
And
their
from
Facebook
one
page.
day,
So
she
does
eats
the
half
new
of
release
it.
thing, and she's like this charming,
That's
beautiful
how
girl,
much
and
she
like,
likes
And this week we've got the new Batgirl.
So
It's
now,
awesome. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
like
hide
that.
them in
And
the
you're
fridge.
watching it, you're like, okay,
The place
first of
where
all,
nobody
you're
will
gonna have
ever
that little
look.
girl talking about comics.
Right,
Right, yeah.
Which is just
Dun,
wrong.
dun,
That's
dun,
not
dun. That's where I had my waters. Literally, in waters. Waters in house.
But
I
they're
had
they're playing
all gone
outdoors.
in one day.
Really?
They have 4 tables outside. It was cold last
Yeah.
week.
Your mom, she always looks at
Your mom? You guys are making your mom jokes? Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, actually, she doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
So, where's Henry? We gotta wait for Henry.
I just kidding. That's what I said.
Look at that guy's
Here's
head.
something.
That guy's the greatest dancer ever. Look at him. Look at his head. Watch his head. Watch this move, guys. Oh.
Hey, I've got something I want to tell you. There is no, it's Josh. There was a video that comes teenage and.
Can you imagine the guy that put this together,
and he
dude?
never swear.
He must have been having the.
And one of the things he did,
Pour down.
they once had giant foods and they had a Kit Kat that was this long. On one video.
What the?
And it was just like one of these. Got it? Oh!
You ready?
I saw one of those videos.
You ready?
It was like
Henry.
so huge, like that.
Cody, is Sap like 3 feet tall?
He's 2'2".
2'2".
As long as Cody and I's arms.
Is this him?
That's that. You got it wrong, 2'1".
Henry's gonna.
Is this my character sheet?
Yes.
Henry's dad Marco's gonna do some painting on those. What do you think?
What?
No.
You think he can paint Sap for you, Cody?
You're on. No, that's it.
No. Say no.
Oh,
No.
Only paint your own mini?
Yeah,
No,
I paid
it's
my
just
own
when
mini.
someone else paints your mini, you have no control of what he paints.
I pay other people to paint my minis
Why?
because I'm terrible at it.
I already paid for that.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Henry,
No, I have control when we.
you're approaching
Yeah,
you're
I wanna
approaching the
catch our
commander's tent, right? This is Commander Niles Breakbone, and as you approach his tent, a small 2'1" gnome
No. You mean mouse
mousefolk appears right in front of you and just throws open the gates or throws open the door of the tent and storms in. What do you do?
I grab him by the shoulder and say, dude, he needs personal space.
You see inside the tent, it's dark. There are a few candles flickering in the corners, but the tent is very dark. It has incense burning in the corners, so the smell of human death and decay and stuff is not so bad inside this tent. The tent has 2 large tables upon which are spread maps. Multiple maps, some of them torn, some of them fire burned, but they all appear to be different maps of Cholt. You quickly notice, though, just from a glance, that all of these maps don't really line up, right? They're all different maps. Hi.
Can you open this?
Yes.
So Cody and I are looking at this.
Yes.
And what's that little mouse?
And there's a
doing?
man. That's Cody. Cody's a mouse man.
Oh. Oh.
Sap is a half man, half mouse. I don't know. What are you, Cody?
And
I'm a mouse folk.
Mouse folk.
Oh, that's so cute.
I punched him in the face.
You don't like to be called cute, Cody?
1d4.
Sap doesn't like to be called cute.
Well, 12 hit.
Cody, there's no interparty
like
duels
this.
in Adventure League.
Okay. But I do punch him in the face.
Yeah, you can punch him in the face, but you can't do damage. So you guys walk in, you start punching each other as the commander at the tent. A stern-looking soldier with a monocle in one eye and a funny bushy mustache turns. "How dare you enter my tent," he says.
Sorry.
It was a little much idea.
We were trying to figure out why you were going crazy. We think we might need a cleric to cure you.
so blunt.
Gronk, are you still carrying your smudge stick?
So smudgy.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Coco, what would you like to do? You're in the medicine tent, so you're not with them.
Nope.
Thankfully.
Wait, is it my turn? Oh, no, wait, it's this
Well,
one?
I'm gonna make a
Wait,
full
Coco, is
answer.
it still there?
We're we're good.
I said to the medicine guys, I hate to be rude, but I have to continue on my quest.
Okay.
So I just continued on to Idols, and I said to the elf guy, whatever he is, I just said to him,
Okay.
if you're not gonna let us
Are we
in,
allowed
then
to kill
why
other
would you put the tent like here?
players?
No.
If you're not anyways gonna let us in, then why the heck did you put a tent right there? If you're not gonna let anyone in.
I am the commander of this camp. What would you like to do, Josh?
I'm staying in the tent.
You're staying in the
I'm not
medicine
gonna
tent?
get arrested.
And what would the Arakoa like to do?
I can beat off all of their
I mean,
backs.
some of you guys
I'm
in
in
the
the
general area of
They're
them, but
very
like,
weak.
Yeah, soldiers are like
Uh-huh.
so even if they
I
could
even fly
If they were healed.
You're going to take to the air again. They've asked you not to fly.
Hey, wait, it's my turn.
I walk
Okay.
over. You mean you walk like
And ask,
just
what's
get
with those
Henry.
maps?
Oh, so you head to the captain's tent.
And I memorized
Commander's
those
tent.
maps.
Your
Okay.
sir is a very
So, Henry, as you're looking at the maps and getting yelled at by this soldier, the Arakoa walks in the tent behind you and starts studying the maps.
Oh, okay, so I asked him, why have you been in your tent so long?
The Grung are going to attack us soon. They continue to send wave and wave of undead. The horrible Grung. They want to rule this island, this horrible, desolate island, and steal all of its resources.
I say, my guy says I once knew a Gronk Paladin. I don't think he would support this.
Grong, is that me? Am I the leader?
Do a knowledge check. Knowledge nature check,
he is
maybe.
later.
Which one? Knowledge is...
Nature check.
Nature is -1.
Wait,
Do a
what's
nature
your
check.
intelligence?
Where's
What's your modifier?
where is there a knowledge?
No, nature.
idea.
My intelligence is plus 3 intelligence.
More intelligent than me.
I'm smarter. I think I'm smarter because he's playing a charisma-based character.
19. 18.
19. You know that Grung are a race of intelligent frog people
I think he's been poisoned.
that often live in jungles.
I think the Grung are poisoned. I think the Grung may have been poisoning your food. It's an insult. It means I think you're going crazy from Grung poison is what it means.
I am not poisoned. I have never been more right in anything in my life. I have been brought to this fortress for one reason, and that's to rid this foul land of the infestation of frogmen. Now, Ratfend, I assume you've recently brought us supplies, and so I have an important mission for you. I need you to take these sick men back to Port Nazaro. There are 4 canoes out front, and I need you to leave within the hour.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I say. In my dirty, mud-stained suit of fine silk,
Yes.
as I run saying, and I attempt to like carry men throughout.
So you walk out to go help start transporting men to the canoes. Coco, go ahead.
Yeah, but they might not be helpful.
I want to ask the elf. I'm not an elf. I'm gonna ask the whatever he is, mouse folk. Mouse
Yeah,
folk,
so
got it.
it's-
Okay, and then I was
like, that's a
mouse
weird
folk.
one. I was like,
That's a
you
mouse
guys even
folk.
charge for that? He's like, you
Mouse
just went
folk.
Saga like 25 cents. I was like,
It is not fun.
We'll have it on here.
That I got some supplies.
yeah.
I looked into my
Man of
pocket.
Steel miniseries.
For some
and then
reason,
also
I
Superman
saw
Action
like
when,
lots of supplies.
All right, Henry, what would you like to do? The commander of the camp, Lord Niles Breakbone, has ordered you to transport a lot of sick guys back to Port Nazaru. It was about 8 days of canoeing to get to where you are.
Yeah, but
You think it'll take you another...
die before we get like a half mile.
Oh yeah, these men are very sick.
But I should heal them, then take them out.
He's ordered you to have them in the canoes and out of the camp within an hour.
In the tent.
Sure.
Let's go, go, go!
And I know what. No. I'm gonna say, like, they tell me what's going on, and then I want to say, can we have a little bit, at least
Flip this
some
and I was
clerics?
crying in the sky.
My clerics, who I brought to this jungle to help my men and their morale, have been useless to me. Many of them have died on battle. Several of them are so sick they can't even cast healing magic anymore.
I can heal.
We don't have a lot of details about it.
Heal the clerics? Excellent. Heal the clerics.
But can we bring like one?
Yes. Please see Sister Cyrus before you leave within the hour, and she will give you one of the acolytes to take with you.
Who's her? Who the heck is that girl? That
Sister
chick?
Cirrus?
Yeah, that
She's the main priest of this camp.
Oh.
Can I have a pencil again?
Okay.
I was like, okay, you couldn't, like, what?
So now I have 20. So I already healed somebody.
Oh yeah, stop pulling
Phoebe,
this, I think.
I'm in line.
Yeah.
I'm in line so
I
I
was
can on
waiting
my
if we had
team.
to stop, and I was reading this and listening to time travel nonsense. I'm just like, oh,
Okay, Coco's character. One thing to tell you,
Ericola's
Coco's
turn. What would you like to do,
neutral.
something?
What does this mean?
So I guess on your birthday I'm giving. So I guess I say, will you pay us?
Spider-Man.
Payment! There is no payment. How dare you? You are servants of this force. This is a military matter, and you will jump immediately into service.
I say I'm not.
Guards, place this man under arrest. 3 guards jump out from within the tent. You didn't see them there.
Like, I think,
I take out my war pick and try to intimidate him.
They grab you by arms and shoulders, and they start dragging you out of the tent.
I follow them and I intimidate them as well. I pull my shield out and my war pick.
And you intimidate who?
Try to intimidate all the guards.
Okay, so 3 guards have just grabbed the Arakoa, who has been placed under arrest, and they're taking him to the stockade.
What's stockade? And they are now intimidated.
What did you get? You got a 15. So you roll a 15, right? One of the guards is like, looks back at the commander and he's not sure what to do. The other 2 guards continue to take him from the tent.
Well, I charge at those guards. I follow
Wait,
them again.
let's roll initiative. Are you gonna resist arrest or are you gonna go peacefully to the stockade?
Stockade is prison. You'll be in jail.
What do you think I should do? Peacefully or fight? I would just fly into the sky.
You are in a military tent.
I would just slaughter.
Rescue him and then fly with him and then his body on line.
Okay, if we fight, will you guys actually help me?
I will.
Sure, yeah.
Me.
So you're gonna try to resist being arrested.
We're fighting our allies right now.
Yeah, this camp. You came here to help these guys.
Wait, we're fighting our allies.
Wait, so the paladin tries to. What are you trying to do? You're trying to use diplomacy.
I'm willing to fight my allies. Anyone who stands
What would you like to say?
I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna say why you put him under arrest.
Burns like
Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
No, it's actually
Persuasion. You roll a 5. I have placed him under arrest because he refused to follow a direct order that I issued clearly. This is a state of military war. The Grung are right over our walls. They are sending legions of undead to attack us every night and dinosaurs all day.
So you're putting a warrior in jail.
I'm putting an Arakaw who is refusing to follow orders. We do not have space in this military expedition to have people not following orders. This is a matter for the Order of the Gauntlet, and he is a military servant. He must follow my directions.
And then my Air Force says, I just randomly got here when the guy that actually was about to come here just left, and I randomly just landed.
Okay, so
Cody?
Make him quit. My guy charges out and says, "Emerald on plane."
I'm gonna say, do you even pay any of your
As I attempt to stab the guard, pulling my air cover away.
Cody, this is a military camp. They are lawfully arresting him.
I will fight for my allies.
He's just being arrested. They're not killing him.
I will fight to keep him from being arrested.
He did. I mean, what he's been accused of is true.
I stabbed the guard.
Give me an attack roll.
I'm fighting our ally.
Yeah, I don't want
9.
You miss.
I'm gonna say
So my blade just starts twisting around.
I am not.
Two more guards come from outside the tent and try to grapple you, Cody. They miss.
So can I
Shout out loud, I am not with that.
You shout to who about who?
I just shout out loud, I am not with
So I'm gonna
Okay. Henry, as this is going on, suddenly materializing right next to you is Ord again. This is the soldier that's wearing a very kind of well-kept uniform.
You mean the ore that who stopped me from stealing the boats?
Correct. He's just all of a sudden standing next to you again, and he's like,
Come on.
your friends clearly don't understand the severity of the situation. You're going to need to talk to them to calm this down, or the captain will have them all put to death.
I would besides this guy, excuse me, I was like to stand right next to Eddie and I would say, seriously dude, why do you keep popping up out of nowhere? Can't you just take a elevator here?
Aiden, what would you like to do?
So what's going on right now?
What do you think's going on right now?
I think they're all just being captured.
Correct. He's been placed under arrest for not following an order.
And I am gonna fight for his freedom!
Randomly came in out of nowhere. This is what I'm going to heal. I will try.
I'll raise my grades. Yeah,
You
you can't kill me, and I'm gonna heal.
And intimidate them? Who are you trying to intimidate?
The guards.
Okay.
2 + 2 to intimidation. That's good, right?
Yeah, I will save Eddie.
8, 9, 10.
So as you're being arrested, Gronk runs in with his sword over his head, and he's like, "Stop! What's happening here?" You see him run in. He doesn't seem to have much effect on the guards.
Wait, is he about to swing?
No, he's just got his swords raised.
I'm
He's
gonna
trying to
take my
intimidate
pike
them.
and I'm gonna push his sword down.
All right, you lower his sword, and Ord then says,
And I'm gonna try to calm
"Gentlemen, I
Cody.
think perhaps we are all getting a little worked up. Let's retire from the captain's tent and see what we can do with your friend under arrest." And he closes the tent behind him as he escorts you all back to the stockades, where the Arakoa is being fit with manacles on his arms. Ord approaches the guards who are locking him up and says, "Gentlemen, these soldiers, I think, are very powerful, and they will probably be able to help us in the upcoming fights. Perhaps we can have some leniency." And he's able to convince the guards to not shackle you.
Yay.
But gentlemen, I think that you should make haste to leave, as the captain has ordered.
I shall fight those undead.
I pick up
and
Cody
drunk.
so he can't walk.
I punch you to knock.
You can't do any damage. I feel nothing.
I will break myself free.
I got to stop all this madness.
Okay.
So I have fly
Intimidation
out. All
check.
you have is magic.
Intimidation check.
You think
All
I
right.
got you magic 0.
Oh, God.
So I just
Oh,
fly around.
Ryan, we can't watch the Mary Jane girls. I mean, really, the children's parents are going to find out.
22. Everyone.
Okay. The Mary Jane girls are okay.
I raised my sword up, and the millisecond I raised my sword, everyone stopped.
Okay, so you raise your sword and everyone, and a hush falls over the entire camp. And what do you tell them to do, girl?
Maybe I might be able.
Maybe I might be able to help with anyone who might be able to fight the undead.
Okay. Well, Ord leans into you and he says, the undead attack almost every night. The commander is convinced that they're being controlled by a leader of the Grung, but that's crazy talk. The Grung are native, peaceful people.
No,
I don't know where these ideas got into his head.
No, I've met Grung have attacked villages I've lived in before.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, they're very dangerous people, but there's an occasional good one in the
Well, the
amongst.
captain has been sending out search parties
But
every.
their poison can only affect living creatures.
The captain has been sending out search parties almost one every 2 or 3 days into the jungle to try to find the city of the Grung. None have returned. We fear that they've all died.
And they're being raised as undead.
The legions of undead, we're not sure where they're coming from, but they seem to be never ending.
I believe that Asarak is summoning them.
So they've stopped attacking everybody. The guards have released the Arakoa. You now have the Captain Ord is explaining to you kind of what's going on. They did.
Yay.
And he's saying that the commander has gone a little crazy with his obsession with the Grung. He doesn't necessarily think that the Grung are controlling these legions of undead that are attacking every night, nor the dinosaurs that struggle and attack during the day. What would you like to do?
Wait, somebody skipped my turn.
What would you like to do, Coco?
Wait, someone skipped my turn.
Yeah.
I would like to say, wait, where are we right now?
Henry, what would you like to do?
Wait, I didn't say anything.
What are we gonna do?
No joke, it's over there.
Wait, I didn't say anything.
But if you don't know what's going on, you can't do anything. You gotta pay attention, right?
Say something. So now I'll say, excuse me.
Correct.
How can we...
You've been ordered to load up the 4 canoes and go back to Port Nazaro with some injured soldiers.
Okay, I start saying, better go now, then later on.
Okay.
Try to rest us.
Forget it. It seems like
So wait, are we gonna use
Excuse
three
me.
boats?
You've been ordered to take those 4 canoes back to Port Nazaro.
Excuse me.
Yes, Coco.
I actually want to do. I saw this a piece of wood laying by. I got some sticks and like turn it into. I got some leaves, glued it under. Yeah, I just used glue. I didn't use glue.
But I guess.
So I used it as like a surfboard, and I tried to like move the surf across the lake, and then later on, go back to him.
Okay.
It seems
What would you like to do?
No wait, go back to.
I just walk out
You walk out of the fort.
and I say, I am never coming back here again.
Fort Vengeance is not your favorite place to go.
No.
Are you going to help load the canoes, or would you rather go try to find the Grung city?
Where is everyone? So everybody's loading the canoes.
Cody is loading the canoes with 6 soldiers. He plans to row the canoes about another. It took you almost a week and a half to get up here. He plans to canoe about a week and a half back to return these dead bodies, or these sick
Yeah,
bodies.
go fight the Grung.
I know we have orders.
You're with the rest of them trying to decide what to do. Cody wants to take the bodies back to Port Nazaru.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
not
gonna go
sure
back
what to
to
do.
Port Nazaru.
What are my
Josh,
options?
what would you like to do?
What are my options here? So
This
I
is
would
what
like
I
to
want.
go
You're
to the
listening,
clerics.
you know.
Okay.
Heal them. How
All
many
right.
can I heal?
There's Sister Sierra. She looks very sick. And then there are about 8 other acolytes who are
How many
priests.
can I heal? I can heal 10.
You can give them each 1 hit point. You could heal 5 hit points to Sister and make her disease free.
It's not.
Wait. I can heal 10 hit points. So when I healed that guy, I only healed 5 hit points. So
Okay.
can I heal her with 5 hit points?
Sure.
There's nothing because I already.
Have you heard of
No, you have 15.
doomsday clock? What is a doomsday clock?
What do you think it is?
I'm not
15.
It
So like
tells when something bad would
When nuclear war occurs.
Oh, I have 15.
Okay. So you're going to cure her of diseases.
So I'll
It
heal
will help.
2
They do it at like.
clerics.
Okay, so you heal the sister. She's an elderly priestess, right? But she looks incredibly buff. Like she's probably stronger than even Gronk himself. And she says, "Thank you, but the sickness of this camp runs deep, and your healing magic, though appreciated, will not be enough to save us. The commander has lost his mind
And
with his,
also I heal another cleric.
with his obsession in the Grong, and he will destroy us all if we stay here much longer. He continues to send search parties into the woods. They never return, and every night we're attacked by legions of undead and dinosaurs all day long."
Why do you not leave?
I'm sworn to serve him.
That's the curse of the collector.
Do you get paid?
I'm prayed in by my devotion to my God. The world is rewarded through my service.
That is tyranny, I yell.
His mind has left him. But I appreciate you loading these canoes with sick bodies. At least these men, if they survive the trip back, will be able to survive. Whereas the rest of us are doomed.
You're living a life of he is providing nothing for you but tyranny.
Correct.
Coco, you have all your dice?
Tyranny. You must break free of this tyranny. Tyranny is not right.
Niles Breakbone is a great leader. Perhaps this expedition has been too much for him, but in general, his leadership has been wise and well counseled.
Can I bring the other cleric I healed, not the elderly one? The
Yes.
other one I healed?
You want that cleric to go down river with you guys.
He
Yes,
said
and also help
the thing about Cody getting the rare magic items was a hallucination, right?
Yes.
Wait, anybody's
still
gone
has
for the
his
10 and I'm
Teleportation
gonna
ring?
Can you buy magic items?
Yes, in a very large city, but it's really
Did you guys
expensive.
skip Coconut?
Would you like to go?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Thousands of gold.
keep packing sick people into the fort.
May I go too?
Okay.
Annie?
And get in the boat and ride and go.
Okay. So Henry is continuing to load the boats, Cody, and he has finished loading up 8 sick people in the boat.
I've got six sick people.
In total, the canoes, you've got 8 people that are laying in the base of the canoe, and then there's your party.
Wait, look.
Okay, so
And you can start canoeing back to Port Nazaro. Hi, Coco.
I have a question.
It's Coco's turn. Let's wait
She wants to make a prediction like how you say what you're gonna do.
I'm not gonna make a prediction how you say what to do. I'm gonna do like remember the bell tower you were talking about later? And there's a man on top. Hey Coco, how old are you?
Yeah.
5.
I put
So you're 7.
and I put it definitely helps to have read more.
It's private. Everybody in here is like,
I'm definitely glad I read
6.
too.
I'm 9.
Go ahead, Aiden.
9.
Is there
And
trades?
11, 12,
Actually,
But I'm not.
Port Nazaro is a large trade center.
There's some people in here are
Maybe I
45,
might be able to
55,
trade.
55, 25.
So you'd like to canoe down river with these guys?
But I'm doing my part of diversity. So I will try to.
So they're all in the canoes and they start
So I
paddling.
will flip my cake over and fly up to the bell tower and say, "Hi, bellman. Excuse me, but who perhaps do you know where the other boys are?" And I just go over and said, "Hey, Cody." I just want to I pull up my sword and stab you. Done.
All right, so they've loaded up the canoes and they start paddling down the river. Are you with them? You want to fly overhead?
Yeah.
Okay.
And who is Cody?
Cody, you're heading back to Port Nazaro. It's going to be about a 2-week voyage downriver.
no, actually, no, Cody said.
Let's do some random monsters and rolling to see if we get impacted while we're on the river.
No, Cody said.
Aiden, would you like to go first?
No, he's
Me? Sure.
Wait, don't they? Isn't there a zombified
No.
Duralian?
Volume that ties with it.
You're killing me.
What did you get? One. Okay, Cody, rolling for random monsters.
Which I like the way that
Cody,
Kill God.
rolling for random monsters.
Killing you.
As you're heading down the river. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be on a 9-day voyage.
I feel like you can't
6. Coco, roll for random monsters.
I'm gonna kill this. Somebody
just roll. Pay attention.
I want to fly in the
Okay, Coco, everyone else is leaving in the canoes.
I just want to fly. I just want to flip my cape over and fly. You can't canoe. 5. No, I flip my cape over and I use that as a hot air balloon. And you cannot. I landed. It does not provide me enough. I just enough in order to flip my cape over and I use it as a hot air balloon.
So she jumps off the cliff and she tries to fly. She
Okay,
fails.
Coco, you look around and your party's gone.
So that's why I flipped it over.
Okay.
I used it as
Well, I guess it's just for you.
Hi guys, and they're like,
Okay, so you run, and you see them canoeing down the river. You swim out and you get in one of the canoes, okay?
no, I don't swim out.
How do you get out?
I use it as a, I use my cape as a hot air balloon.
This one.
Like, do that.
All right, Henry, what would you like to do? You're just canoeing? Roll a d20.
And then I fly over.
Roll a d20.
So I like
Can I ask a question, please?
Not yet.
I take a Pepsin tech of our
Yep, roll a d20.
Anywhere near me. I'm flying.
So roll this.
I know that
This one.
near me because I'm flying too.
guys,
So
I have
You cannot fly. You cannot no, I flipped my cape over. And you
Cody, come here.
Sorry. You should have said
Always my stop.
Come here.
sorry.
sounds like Pikmin not
die.
go.
Birthday on my dad. Why?
Really?
Everyone.
Where's my Pepsin?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I
Coco, come here. Coco.
I'm hearing
Anyone ready for some practice battles with the characters?
I said I was going to flip my cape over.
Anyone?
How are you? What would you like to do?
It's not going to provide enough lift.
I think I'm opening this. Oh, wait.
You're gonna swim?
No, she swims.
Oh, she's swimming. What would you like to do? You're canoeing downriver. You've got a canoe full of dead bodies, or sick bodies. They look like they're dying.
No, I actually was grabbing it and was spewing it.
Roll a d20.
I got a 17.
Oh, a 17. Roll percentile dice.
Here's the thing. If I heal all of them, then
Yes.
I'll have 5 HP. And then I know we're gonna have to fight something.
So you need to roll a 10s die, which is this one,
Oh, that one?
and then you need to roll a 10 die, which is this one. You need to roll them at the same time.
Well, it's too late. I still
Wait, is he getting
Which one? A 10?
A 10 and a 10s.
you mean these?
Yes.
Yes.
Or just these? At the same time?
Same time.
Just roll it. Just roll. Come on, roll.
I have a.
72.
What do you get?
Can I ask
72 on the river table?
He gets a I'm on a thingy.
I want a
Okay.
thingy too.
As you guys are rolling down the river, the Erica, are you flying or are you on the ground?
I'm really high up in the air.
Okay, you see some other flying creatures approaching the river.
Turn the axe.
Wait, I see what? No, the things. Those things.
What do I see? What things?
They look like this.
Careful.
Can I
The
see?
things. Where is the hatchet?
Oh,
He didn't get a hatchet. Are they?
There's about 4 of them flying towards the river. You see them coming towards.
5-foot-tall winged reptiles,
Thank you.
being a native to
So
Toad,
you roll these two,
being
and
a
then you get to pick
being
out something
sna-
out of like 100.
periodical
axe is called a
folk,
hatchet.
pronounced folk, are 5-foot-tall winged reptilian
From the wife?
Bibles native to Toad.
remember that. 10 feet tall.
Hey, no touching it.
10 feet tall.
I don't know.
Tar in both.
Terrible.
Okay, let me see.
Hey, I want to tell you something.
You sneak peekers. We're such. Can I say what I think of ourselves? We're so goobs.
Because we're looking through the DMs.
Oh, remember we fought those last time.
Hey
guys, if you were at full
So glad you came out.
We didn't look.
They totally didn't look
for you.
Yes.
I want to tell you something. We are down. Funny, if you have wealth, you have a chance of dab.
Oh.
So if you dab, you get like 2 plus
creatures.
Yes.
You roll to dab.
Nice. Okay, so you look up as you're canoeing and you see these bird men flying in. What would you like to do?
I just want to explain them.
Look at
I
them.
looked at it and they're like 10-foot tall reptilian creatures.
Correct.
They're like winged.
Yes.
Whatever.
And they're swooping down towards you
10 foot.
over the river.
Are they supposed to be aiming at me? Because Careful Kate.
They hate you very much.
Can you dab?
What are you doing? You're just continuing to row to the boat. Josh,
No, I didn't say that.
what are you doing?
I was shooting my. Wait, are they evil?
You're gonna draw an. You don't
I just want to know if they're evil.
do a nature check.
Nature check. What do I roll?
D20.
Go.
Love it.
So a D20 of this?
Yeah.
Please make a good. Well, first can I do a practice?
What would you say?
Practice roll?
No, never mind.
Let's vote. Who thinks he gets a practice roll?
No.
Who thinks he doesn't get a practice roll?
But remember, if you get a 1, you get a
All right, no practice roll. You get what you get. Here it is. Drum roll.
Yeah, it didn't show him.
Wait, can I do it?
So you're not sure if they're evil or not. They might just be natural
Can I
beasts.
do it, nature?
What would you like to do?
Nature.
So he says, look, bird guys! And you look up and you see these creatures in the air. The Arakoa, the Arakoa flying overhead starts yelling, of course they're evil, they're terrafolk! And what do?
Oh, I just send Firebolt right at their
You're
face.
gonna cast Firebolt?
Yes.
Okay, let's stop here for the night, guys. Because we'll start next week with the Firebolt against the terrafolk.
I
jump right into combat.
A dab.
You do a dab.
How do I have
What's that?
to roll to dab.
You're gonna fight monsters?
To dab.
I thought we were gonna go to the Grung City, but you guys decided to go a different
have to
direction.
roll to dab.
You guys are rowing the boats with the sick people back to Port
I
Nazar.
have to roll to dab. What would you say the range?
The range of your dab?
Yeah.
I think you'll hit with your dab on a 10 or higher.
10 or
And I'm gonna give you a +2 dab.
I mean, basically.
Oh, it's a 20!
Damn!
You nail it.
Damn. +2.
Good time, Cody? All right. No more karate chopping Coco? No karate chop to Cocos.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What? Can I just do something that remember the
What?
here? Can I just do one more thing?
You can do one more thing.
Who is that in the sky? I can't see it. That's a poison girl. I can't see it.
There's no dinosaurs yet. There's these guys. You see these guys?
What's that thing flying in
They're not really dinosaurs. They're kind of like dinosaurs. You think it's a dinosaur? They kind of look like pterodactyl men.
I want to jump on one of those and then
Well, remember, he's a bird man. He's an Arakoa, and he's casting Firebolt at them. So we stopped because it's going to start combat. And we've done combat before when we fought goblins, and it takes us a long time to do combat.
yes, and we go up till 12.
So we're stopping a little bit early, but we only had one person cry this time because of a karate chop.
And it was light.
It was a light cry.